Good afternoon. We're here in southeast Massachusetts. About 10 miles that direction is Plymouth Rock. About 14 miles that direction is Nemasket Village, or what was Nemasket Village, an indigenous settlement in Middleborough, Massachusetts. I wanted to come out today in the blizzard to give you an idea of what the weather can be like here in southeast Massachusetts. Now, because this is February 2026, but in January of 1675, John Sassamon left Nemasket Village on a cold January day and walked 18 to 14 miles, depending on how you go, to get to Plymouth Rock. Now, Plymouth Rock wasn't memorialized at that time, but the Plymouth Center, to warn Plymouth Bay Colony of an impending attack by King Philip on English settlements. I would like you to discuss my digital history project about John Sassamon. John Sassamon is more than just the person whose murder triggered King Philip's War. He's a complex person. He is an indigenous Christian caught between the colliding worlds of the English colonists and of the Wampanoag people. Why don't we take it inside and discuss this project where it's a little warmer.
All right, we're back inside where it's a little warmer today. The subject of my project is John Sassamon. My goal is to give some continuity and context for his life. I propose that he was in a unique position, caught between two worlds. I hope to illustrate these two worlds by focusing on John Eliot as a representative of the English colonial culture and Sachem King Philip, or Metacomet, as the representative of the indigenous culture. These two men were majorly involved with John Sassamon's life, and they represent their respective cultures. I hope to have two key takeaways, and that was the first one is that John Sassamon was a human being and a complex human being. He's more than just the guy whose murder triggered King Philip's War. Like the Archduke at the beginning of the First World War, Sassamon is usually remembered as for what happened after his murder or his assassination. There's more to him than that. He was a dedicated indigenous Christian. He was spreading the gospel and ministering to people. He was also representing and communicating between the two cultures. He was in a unique position between two crashing worlds. And that is the other takeaway I want him to be. I want people to understand that this is a man who is stuck between two cultures that are closing in on each other geographically. And those two worlds are going to collide right on top of John Sassamon. So those are my two takeaways, or the two main things I hope to communicate: that he was a complex human being and that he was stuck between two colliding worlds, the worlds of the indigenous culture and the world of the ever-expanding English colonial culture. Thank you for taking a minute to listen.